Janan Shahata is a Palestinian. She's educated in the United States, in England. She lived in those countries. She moved to Cairo, where she also became very well-known artist, muralist, a designer. She's done furniture, all kinds of services, buildings in Washington, met all sorts of celebrities, presidents. And her process of customizing whatever surface it is absolutely interesting. She's a former client and an old friend, and I ran into her again in Dubai. And we've been having coffee breaks and chatting about her creative process and how does she capture someone's personality. Welcome everyone, to put them on the surface of their choice. I want to show you a little bit of her work because I can't do that once she comes on. Some of it is daring, some of it is classical. She's the official designer for customizing Louis Vuitton. She's done work for Harvey Nichols in England as well. I'll ask her to tell you more about it. This is another design which is quite daring, but anyhow, there are unboxed people out there who do things. I love this. She's done sports people, sports personalities, singers, and I truly like this one of His Highness Sheikh Zayed, may he rest in peace. Look at the detail of the design. And today I want you to think about if you were to have something customized, what would it be? But to encourage you along, I'm gonna dangle a little incentive towards the end. So please join me in welcoming Janan. Unbox coffee. Okay, Janan, I sent you the request. I think you have to approve it, click on it, and then we're on. Okay, good. Oh, wow. Hello. Can you hear me well?
I wouldn't figure it out. Oh, God.
Can you hear me, Janan?
Yes, I can.
I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
Is your sound on? Okay, I can hear you now.
Yeah,
okay.
You told me to put on silent. Okay, no silent.
Okay, that's fine. So I can see you and you can hear me?
Yes.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for
very
coming
nice
on
intro,
Unbox Coffee Break.
Very nice intro, I have to say.
Habibti, thank you. I'm so excited about this because I love you. I love what you do.
You're so cute.
And since we met last time, I have been thinking, because you said, oh, let me do your handbag. First of all, maybe I don't have a worthy handbag for you to design, but I have been thinking what symbolizes me, because I've changed a lot over the last few years since we were in London. And this got me thinking, what you really do is you capture people's essence of their personality, and it goes on whatever surface they want to customize. But let me ask you, can you tell our viewers, how did you get into this? And how did your journey start from, presumably you studied art and now you're here in Dubai. Can you take us through that? Because it's very inspiring.
So I've always been painting most of my life. And my specialty was murals and ceilings, wall surfaces. So I did that for like over 20 years, mainly in Washington, D.C. And then I got married, went to Cairo, and then continued there in Cairo. But in Cairo, there were no more buildings to paint. So we started doing homes, ceilings, walls, and then I got into furniture design I'd gotten into a lot of businesses in the decorative arts. But anyway, fast forward, when I came to Dubai, I didn't have my staff or the infrastructure I had in Cairo. So literally this bag business fell on my lap from a friend who wanted me to paint her bag for the longest time. I never had time to. And she literally said, you've got time now, you're in Dubai, you can do my bag. And then I had a one of my best friends had the third largest vintage store in London. So Claudia, actually, who you know.
Claudia, of course. Claudia is a mutual friend, also.
Small world. So I'm like, give me your old vintage Chanel's and LVs, and let's paint them and see if anyone likes them. So Harvey Nichols bought the collection for many, many years. So that was different because...
So that was your initiative. That was your idea with Claudia. You just said, give me the old handbags and I'll revive them.
Yeah, and we called
Amazing,
it emotional
wonderful.
baggage, which was funny.
It is literally emotional baggage, isn't it?
It is, but it wasn't customized. It wasn't personalized. It was things I thought would sell. So it did really, really well. When I came to Dubai and then we continued. So people now, yeah, they like you said, reflect their personalities on, not everyone, but the majority do. Some are scared. Some want the mainstream. Some want, you know, a cartoon or, you know, but some, like I just did an Alice in Wonderland bag, which is very personal to the client. And she wanted all her favorite quotes and all her favorite mementos from it. So that's very personal to her. And
Right.
every day she messages me, I miss my bag. Where's my bag? I miss my, like it's an actual emotional. Yeah.
Amazing.
It's funny.
So I
It's funny.
guess is most of your work now the handbags? Because I've seen the carpet you designed. It was on display in one of the Dubai malls.
Yes.
And it's
Yeah.
so fantastic.
Yeah.
You know, somebody give me that as a present. It's absolutely beautiful. So you can really design anything.
Yes. It's fun. Yeah. I also painted
What are the
few-
strangest things that you've designed? Like a strange request that you've received? Or unusual, let me say.
oh my God, my friend's going to kill me. So she asked me for the finger.
Which is not
She
allowed
asked me-
here.
She asked me for the finger to come out of her bag because she just had that rage inside her. She's such the sweetest, she's just such a sweetheart, and that really shocked me that she asked me that. But yeah, we did it. We did her hand coming out of the bag with a big finger. So that was one of the
Amazing.
strangest requests. Yeah, and then
So
I get
it's a way
strange requests
of releasing that baggage, isn't it? I mean, you know, because
Sorry?
you're looking at your bag. I said the designs that clients choose is a way of them venting out, detoxing, because they carry the bag every day, they see it.
They're also recycling, and they're bored of looking generic. So
Okay.
that's a big part of it. They don't necessarily want to buy a new bag, but they prefer to like personalize, and vintage is very cool now to have. But if you've got that little extra touch to it, they, you know, makes them feel more special. So it's fun.
And I saw something on your account that you kind of do maintenance as well. If after a while the design goes off or wears out, you can touch up.
You know, I haven't had many requests at all for maintenance of my paint. I'm not saying that because I'm showing off, but actually the paint I use is really quite excellent. So I have had, I don't remember, a very, very few where I have to touch up the paint I've done, but I've done a lot of touch ups for wear and tear of leather. Yes. And repairs. Yeah. A lot.
So you retouch the bag first, you revamp kind of the leather and the colors,
Yeah.
and then you have a discussion with the client, and then you decide on the designs.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. How?
So what are we going to paint for you, Sahar? That's
Like,
I want to know what I'm going to paint for you.
Lead me through the process. How would I know what symbolizes me? Because I've been really thinking about it. Because you have your own assessment.
Well, because you're so lovely, I mean, it would be very, it would be fun. For sure, it's going to be fun. You're all about fun.
No, I'm serious, because I've been thinking about this. You really do. I mean, you must know a lot of clients, and it doesn't mean you know them deeply, but you do manage to capture who they are and what they want to express, which I really find fascinating. So that comes from experience, from having met a lot of people. But it's fascinating because I think there is more than two customizing designs, because for me, it made me think of the little cave drawings that I saw in Libya when I visited my cousin many, many years ago. And it got me thinking, man probably drew before he could speak, before a language was developed. So there is something about art, and mostly they drew animals and hunting scenes. So I saw that in my head as a mantra for what they want to attract or reflect in their lives. And I think now in the, what are we, third millennia, we're kind of doing that, but we're doing it on modern items like handbags, luggage, wallets, you know, whatever it is, walls. What do you think?
Well, also, I forgot to mention that a big part of my business in Cairo was customizing art for clients. That was actually a very large part of my business. where people who would, after they've exhausted the art galleries, could not find a painting for their home that reflected themselves. I did a lot of that. And actually, I always thought of myself, if the bag business goes out of fashion, because I keep thinking, is it going to go out of fashion? So far, it hasn't. But if it does, what would I do? And I think I'd go back to that, because I'm doing actually a very interesting painting now for a very known dermatologist here.
On a wall or literally a painting on a canvas?
On a large canvas, because she can't find that. So, and she's using a Farsi statement that says, "Make me beautiful, but kill me softly." So I'm going to paint this huge face of a woman like wooing to like, please make me beautiful. And I'm going to probably get syringes and fill them with paint and put them around the frame or something. So customized art is a very big business that I was very much into. Now, I did not explore it here in Dubai because honestly, I didn't have time. The bag business, and I went into with Louis Vuitton, and Harvey Nichols was shipping me sometimes up to 80 bags a month. So
wow, did you hear that, guys? 80 bags a month. I'm going to turn commenting on. Send us hearts, thumbs up. And if you've got a question for my guest, either post it here or do it in the sticker. I wanted people to unbox their creativity, you know, because when people are boxed up, they're so shy. You know, they're so shy to express their creativity. And I promised them earlier that if they send symbols that represent who they are, even if it was a sketch, they'll get a complimentary
give them a free session. Okay, that's really nice.
Yeah, really, because you know, let's do it. I mean, what else are we doing now during these times? You know, we have to think creatively. No?
Yeah, I agree.
But it's really interesting for me because you take this, it is your business. You take it really seriously as a commercial business.
Yes.
And you're the official designer or customizer for Louis Vuitton. What was that like?
It was great. It was great. They were very open to it. They loved it. The director approached a friend of mine who was carrying one of my bags, and then that's how he got to know who I was, and then came and met me. At that time, I wasn't doing much work for Dubai. All my work was directed to London. So he came up to me. He's like, "Okay, we'll do an event for you." So we had this big VIP event, and I posted maybe a week ago that they dressed me up like Mary Poppins, and you know, I've got this bun and this long dress, I don't know what, and met with clients to customize their luggage and bags. So that was so they still, I mean, very almost daily I've got someone coming from with boxes of LV to get painted for clients. So that's
were you the first to do that? Were you the first artist to do that?
No.
Okay.
No, I was not the first. I was one of the first, I think, to paint bags. Yeah, to start. It was like 8 years ago, was just starting the trend. In Dubai, definitely I was the first, but I was not the first with Louis Vuitton. They've always had painters that do initials. But in Dubai, what was nice about Dubai, they were open to, like I had this actual Maharaja who wanted his elephant to be painted on his bag. So in Dubai, they're more open to, like if you go abroad, it's mainly people ask for stripes and initials. Here, they're quite daring. They're like, okay, you know what, we'll do it for you. So they'll call me up. We want this elephant. We want this on the trunk. We want this. So they're more open here to having more funky designs on Louis Vuitton, for sure.
It's interesting. I mean, you wouldn't think that, you know, but I've seen some of your like really crazy. I mean, they made me laugh. I always check your account. You always have amazing music on in your stories. That's the kind of music from an era that I appreciate. So everybody check her account.
They're mainly, by the way, my son's playlist. Mainly. I mean, he's got great taste. Yeah.
Oh, wow. So your son is an artist as well?
Yeah, he's an amazing artist. And I'm a biased mom, but he's an amazing artist. He's studying in London, but he's really good.
What are you drinking? What's your drink?
Coffee.
Pure coffee. Real coffee.
No, cappuccino.
Okay. Now, the Louis Vuitton, I mean, they were not horrified that you started designing because they started doing initials.
Yeah, they did. They're into, and they've done so many amazing artistic collaborations with like Richard Prince and what was the other one? Jeff Koons, and a lot of artistic collaborations. But of course, it's on a mass scale and printed. But you've got a lot of clients who want something very personal to them. Like I painted so many of the Sheikh's own horses or animals.
On, you
So
mean like what? On the saddle, or their own animals on a luggage?
on their luggage.
Okay.
On their luggage and their bags. I also had Sheikh Abdel Hassa, who owns like I don't know how many animals here. She sent me a picture of all her animals, and she wanted all her animals on her Birkin, on her Hermes Birkin. I mean,
Yeah.
Siberian tiger, gorilla, giraffe, you name it, had to be put on the bag for her. So that's extremely personal.
Amazing, amazing. So there is something about expressing what we hold inside and seeing it, you know, and that really interests me. Were there any unusual items? I mean, I've seen, you know, the handbags, the luggage, the wallet, the jackets. What about the car? How did you do the Mercedes car? What was it called? The G-Wagon.
Yeah, the G-Wagon was for the She's Mercedes campaign. It was for empowering women. So yeah, that took me like around 3 months. That was fun. That was really fun. But basically I painted so many surfaces. So it's, yeah.
So what's your fascination with using or wanting to paint surfaces? Where does that come from?
Oh God.
Or is it purely commercially driven?
No, it's not commercially driven. But what I love about my line of work with all the search I've done is there's nothing on repeat. And I love that. Every job is different and has to reflect the collaboration between me and that client, which I love. A lot of artists, like my son, I try to coax him into helping me with bags. It frustrates him because he hates being told what to paint.
Of course.
It's different. So for him, he's like,
spirit.
yeah, I want to start on the canvas with my own starting point. Whereas me, I'm a customizer. I don't get attached to my work. I do it. I'm in love with the process. I get all the joy from the process while listening to the music. And then once done, yalla bye. Next project. And each one is different. Whereas maybe a proper fine artist who's you know would hate that. That for them would be, you know, they would hate that. So that's what's great about my work. So all surfaces, you're not going to repeat the same ceiling twice. Everything is different. So your source of inspiration, because touch wood, mashallah, you seem to be a fountain of inspiration. You always seem to hit the nail with the idea that the client wants. And it's been really a pleasure to see all your posts and you
all
like
your
it?
Stories.
You're so cute. Thank you. Thanks.
No, really. So where does that come from? Like, do you ever hit a wall and you say, oh, I'm not getting ideas?
Not really. And the reason being is
Truly
that
unboxed.
I get no, because I get the starting point from the client.
Okay.
So I'm not blocked. But sometimes, like, she'll come to me. I had a client recently. She came over for coffee, and she's like, I don't know what I want on my bag. So I have this questionnaire of, what were your childhood memories? What do you? So what's a text that reflects you? What are your favorite countries that you've? And then I ask these questions, and then while she's speaking, she realizes what it is she'd like on her bag. So that conversation leads to inspiration for that bag. See what I mean?
Yes, I do. I think that's very interesting. So you make them think of what memories or moments they value in their life. And I think very few of us take the time to find what those are. So childhood, favorite memories. What else? How do you jog the
childhood characters? For example, was there a cartoon you grew up with that, you know, like my favorite cartoon growing up was Snoopy. Like Snoopy for me is like
Snoopy. Yeah.
I just love Snoopy. I used to read the Peanuts comics every day in the newspaper when I was a kid. You know, I love Charlie Brown and stuff. So when they mention them, then suddenly they're like, you know what? Yeah, I'd love that on my bag because that gives me a good feel. It makes me feel good.
You know what you're doing right now? You're helping me piece my creative self together. So I just thought of 3 cartoons that I really love.
Okay.
And that's great. And then childhood memories. And what else? Ask me questions so that we ask
a text that defines you. What's a text that defines you? What's a sentence that defines you? Because sometimes we'll take the text and I'll find an image that would go with that text. If there's a sentence that defines, that would be difficult for you, Sahar, because you've got so many amazing quotes that you use. So I don't know which quote would define you.
That's you.
No, really. Like, what quote would you say defines you?
The one that comes now off the top of my head would be a quote by Rumi. Your heart will keep breaking until you learn to keep it open. And it's been really my mantra for the last 2 years because of all the grief and the heartache that I went through.
Oh, wow.
And I thought, fine, if I'm going to exercise my heart muscle, I am really trying hard to open my heart to everything, to people, to falling in love again.
See,
to
that's
falling
it.
in
I know
love
what I'm
with
going to
life
paint for
again.
you. I've got the image. That's it. I know what I'm going to paint for you.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah.
So
So
I
my
like that.
mantra
So a
from
text,
Rumi.
cartoons, favorite memories. Sorry.
No, my mantra from Rumi for the past, I don't know, God knows how long, has been be the flow. I believe so much in being the flow. So
Being in the flow.
yeah, I believe so much in that.
Fantastic.
But I wouldn't know what to paint for that. But for you, I would know what to paint.
A river flowing, a waterfall, flow, a canoe. That what comes to mind.
No.
I love canoeing because of the easy flow, you know, or the sailing. I don't know. Water. When
For
I
you,
look
I'd
at
probably
I see
paint
water
a
flowing.
gorgeous heart with wings, but in a very beautiful way. I've got it in
Okay.
my head now. Okay, yeah.
That sounds good. That sounds
Yeah.
good. Can I ask my and your followers if they come up with an inspiration? Do you have a form they can download and answer these questions? Or should they get in touch with you if they get the inspiration to customize something?
They get in touch with me, or no, a lot kind of know what they want, and then they'll mention a few things, and I'll take it from there, and then I'll show them some options. But
Okay.
I don't have a form. No.
Okay. So it's kind of like an intuitive process. You speak to them, you see them, and then it comes
I look
to
at
you.
the bag also. I mean, some bags, like I had a client recently, and her bag was really not. I just didn't want to paint on it. I just didn't like the bag. I didn't think. So I told her, "You're wasting your like. It's just not a nice bag to personalize." So she was
Really?
like,
So you're like really straightforward, huh? Wonderful.
I tried to be nice about it, but it was a bag ul haram. You know, she's gonna spend all this money on it. It's very outdated and just not. Yeah.
So
I don't know.
So what was wrong with the bag? I mean, as a quality, it wasn't worth it, or as a design, it was ugly.
Both.
Okay, you remind me. Let's take a sip.
Both.
Okay, well done. Because it is a waste of art on something which is not worthy.
Yeah,
But
because
is it personal taste? I mean, how can you be objective about that? Like, because that's her
I'm not
taste,
known for my
presumably.
objectivity. I'm not known for my objectivity.
Yeah.
I think you know that's a.
You know, I do, and I appreciate it. And sometimes I think my friends criticize me that I'm blunt, but then I think, well, why waste time? If you're not going to get to the point, if I'm not going to let you know what I think, then we're just wasting time beating around the bush, you know?
Yeah, only if asked, though. I mean, only if asked. Yeah. Only if asked. Yeah.
Janan, as an artist, have you really been challenged? Are there more challenges? Is there something else that you want to paint? I don't know, Burj Khalifa, something?
Actually, funnily enough, there might be a plane that I might have to paint for inauguration of something, but I can't talk about it, and that is going to be a challenge.
Very nice. So you'll actually get on a scaffolding and paint that jet, or
no? Because I mean the way they do it, I don't know. It's got to be. I can't just paint it. It'll fly off. No, it's got to be like I'll design it and then it'll be applied on the plane.
Oh, I see. Of course. Right. So you'll do the design and then they apply it, however, with the appropriate paints. Of course. Yes. Is this how you did the carpet? I mean, do you design and then they execute?
No. So the carpet, literally, I was on my knees for a month and a half painting that carpet. Literally, very manual. It was.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I don't know if you saw it. It appeared in Architectural Digest and so many publications. And it was meant for Art Dubai, but Art Dubai was cancelled. And it's about global warming, and that's why I made everything I melt.
Oh, wow.
So if you zoomed in, everything's melting because of global warming and
No, the picture
environmental
was so
issues.
small, I couldn't see the details. But now that you've said that, that means a lot more.
Yeah, so
Amazing.
all the foliage and all the flowers and all the fauna are melting on that carpet. The carpet is earth, and everything on it is life and nature and Mother Nature,
Oh, how wonderful.
and it's literally melting. And so that one is going to London, and a friend of mine actually bought it and wants to hang it in the Royal Marsden Hospital. So as a for its meaning. So anyway, that was supposed to be an art Dubai, and unfortunately, it wasn't.
Well,
It was
it's amazing, and I hope
Thank you.
the high quality image will be available for people to see it, because it really captured my attention. Janan, I'm just gonna check if anybody left messages
Okay.
or questions. Okay, so we need more hearts, please. Okay, the hearts are coming. What about questions? Hey, Joy.
Oh wow,
Apart from
Joy.
that,
Hey, Joy. I haven't spoken to her today.
what would you like to work on? Like, did you ever think, if I had the time, I'd really like to paint this surface?
Yeah. So I love bespoke art paintings. I love bespoke fine arts because I've done that for so many years and it's fun. Like I did this one painting. I wish I could show it now. For this poet in Egypt, and he wasn't finding the right art he wanted. So it was like a 3-meter canvas, and we painted on it. And then I took his poetry, and we sewed it on to the canvas and had the strings hanging out from the words.
How
And it was
amazing.
really so nice. So and looked so nice. I'm going to send you a picture later. I wish I had it now to send it. I'm not very
Please, maybe we'll share it in the post later on. Yeah, absolutely. And
So-
if you have a picture of the carpet,
I do. I'll send it to you.
I'd like to post that, especially that it is about global warming, because I'm
It
very,
is about-
very,
I'll send
really
it to you.
passionate about that. Yeah,
I
yeah.
will.
Well, Janan, thank you. I am so
Thank
grateful
you.
to you. Tell me, because
No,
sometimes there's
that's
an
it.
overlap.
So I think if anything, I'd go back to that or furniture design. Like I've done, I don't know, I can show you here.
You've done
pieces.
candles. I read on
I've
your
done
website.
candles, but I also make furniture. So this is a piece. I don't know if you can see it. It's actually, I'll show you from the side.
Yeah.
It's why can't I? So it's an optical
wow.
illusion made out of bone and wood.
Oh, wow.
So that piece took me 4 months. This mirror, don't know if you can see it, is mother of pearl in a liquid glass formula that I came up with, so I could get the vibrancy of the colors.
Yes.
What else? I've got a lot of pieces
so unusual,
here.
the combination.
Yeah. Also, this mirror, you can see the color more vibrant. It's like electric green.
Oh, what a lovely green. Yes.
And then this one, which is mother of pearl, cherry blossoms flying off. Then I've got the birds flying off on my walls. And then this is a piece my son did when he was 15 about peace and all the different religions. So he did tattooed hands in the peace sign with the, the cross and everything there. So
amazing. So
I
wonderful.
think I'd go back to furniture or go back to the bespoke fine art for clients who can't find what they're looking for in galleries. Because that's fun.
I heard you say once on an interview that you love customizing goods because it is something that you just can pack and take with you anywhere.
Yes, it's true. Yeah.
Is that an attraction, that you can always do art anywhere?
Yes, I can do art anywhere.
Do you customize your own things?
Sorry?
Do you customize your own things, bags or luggage or whatever?
Yes. Yeah, not too many, but I do.
Okay. So we learned a little bit about you tonight. We learned about your favorite phrase. We learned about your cartoon. Is there a favorite memory?
I love being on scaffolding, painting buildings. I have to say that's my big love.
Really? I have a fear of heights, but good to you. Yeah. Wow.
I miss that because I'd have my music on. Because you're painting something really large and you have to go down the scaffolding, cross the street, look at it from afar, see if it's right, go back, climb up. It's good exercise. You're outdoors. I'm
Wow,
meeting
Janan.
all the people downstairs that are looking up, and you're doing this four-story painting. I miss those days. I miss those days.
Does it
I
last?
tried to do a
Like, what
project.
about the weather?
No, well, the weather in DC was fine. It was great.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
like, how long would a design, would a customized building last? I mean, I have no idea. I'm just asking. I'm curious.
How long would it last?
Because it seems to me like a lot of work, and you want it to last. You want people to come and see it.
Well, out of all the murals I did in DC, we did like maybe 10. I think only one's left. Maybe 1 or 2 are left. The rest, there's one on Connecticut Avenue, if anyone wants to go, and the other one is in Adams Morgan. But the rest have been, I mean, they've either been built or removed, or, you know, I mean, the urban landscape keeps changing. So,
Right.
you know.
So that's interesting. So, like, a client could spend a lot on customizing a building.
It's not a
And
client,
it exists.
it's the government.
The government. Well, the
Yeah.
government is the client in this case.
Okay,
But then
yeah.
it seems to me like it's kind of like the sign of times or something, you know, like it moved from walls to buildings to bags to.
I'm getting smaller.
I don't think so. You're getting to be more portable because everybody wants a
Maybe.
piece of you. That's
Yeah,
what
I'm
I'm
getting more
seeing.
portable. That's true.
You know,
Mm.
because what can you do with a wall? I mean, the building could come down, but still,
Exactly.
I think
Yeah.
it's interesting when a government or a municipality asks to decorate its walls. They kind of started doing that in Jumeirah, in bits of Dubai. I don't know if the murals are really good quality
They're really
art,
good.
but
They have
I
world
love
class. They
to
have
see
world
that.
class painters here that people are not aware of. They have world
Yeah.
class. You have some amazing. You've got Black Lara, you've got Veals, you've got amazing street artists who came to Dubai to do murals in City Walk. I mean, they're really
I
world
haven't
class.
seen the city walk, but the ones
They're
on
amazing.
Jumeirah, the ones in Dira are really lovely. But they tend to be more about the sea traditional. I haven't seen any.
Yeah, there's Al Seed and Sharjah. No, that they've got world class people here. Like
I
they
should
do.
go look around.
They're
Yeah.
amazing.
So-
I don't think people are aware of how notable these people are. They're not aware of it. So in my
I think,
time,
you
when I
know-
was doing murals, these
Yeah.
people were not celebrities. They did not exist when I did the murals 25 years ago. You know, our art was legal, so we didn't have to spray paint and run away. We didn't use spray paint.
Right.
We actually had buckets of paint with paintbrush and took our time and did walls. You know, now everything is graffiti. So it's
Amazing. And I think you made a great point, because one of the things that I love about being in Dubai is that truly anything is possible, any connection is possible.
Yeah.
We get to see a lot of arts, a lot of artists, you know, and it's such a small place, but it managed to attract all these creative possibilities.
yeah, it is. No, you've got some really amazing. We'll go on a tour one day.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
thank you, Janan. Let me just check the
Taha,
comments
that was
one
so
more
fun.
time.
Thank you.
Okay, great.
Take care.
We're getting a lot of hearts. People love you.
Love you
So,
too.
again, tell them what your website is if they want to get in touch.
I think my website's down now.
Joyce
But
says she
Jeanette-
loves you. Okay. And someone is actually asking, how do we contact her?
Janan Studio. You go on
Janan
Janan
Studio on Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay. So your handle is there in the comment, everybody.
Yeah.
You can contact Janan there. And as a reminder, unbox your creativity this summer. Send me your ideas for designs, and I'll ask Janan to be the judge, a one-man panel. And then if we like it, you'll win a free session. How about that, Janan? Will you help me
love
judge the
that.
competition?
Love that. That's good. Okay. Thank you so much, darling.
Thank you, Janan.
Thanks.
Have a good
See you
evening.
soon.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Wait, 1 second.
Bye.
1 second. Wait.
Okay.
Coco
Okay, I'm
wants to
waiting.
Say bye.
Hey!
Say bye, Coco.
What a cute dog.
Really cute.
What a cute dog. Let me turn the comments off. What a
Okay,
cute
bye,
dog, so
darling.
everybody can see him. Lovely.
Okay,
Hey.
Habib. Bye, love.
Bye.
Thanks.